Hello and Assalamualaikum, this is Mughira Jaleel and you're watching Naramas. Terrorist gunned down in Indian illegally occupied Jammu Kashmir, and the first suspect without proof is Pakistan. But who really benefits from these attacks? The timing of the incidents is too intriguing to be ignored. India is in high diplomatic gear. Vice President of the US states J.D. Vance is in Delhi, and the PM Modi was in Saudi Arabia and had to cut short the visit, adding more drama to the situation. But days earlier, Amit Shah flew to Srinagar. Surprisingly, he reviewed the border security Modi was supposed to follow. Then suddenly he cancelled the visit, and then the attack happened. The Indian media, too fast. It claimed only one tourist had died. Then the death roll rose. Details changed, but the blame remained constant on Pakistan. They tied it to an old Lashkar-e-Taiba member, even linked it with Pakistan's army chief's statement. They hinted it was a retaliation or maybe a desperation, anything that fits the frame. But the facts don't support the claim. So who gains from this chaos? India? Perhaps more than anyone. The pattern is hardly new. India has a history of using false flag operations. The logic is simple. Blame Pakistan, justify crackdowns, garner sympathy and project power. The timing couldn't be better. The Pakistan's economy is shifting. US and Middle East investors are showing interest. That alarms Delhi, especially when Pakistan starts looking stable and open for business. Then we have the Kashmiris. Why would they be involved? They have remained silent since 2019 when Article 370 was revoked. Some might argue it's an attempt to deter the BJP from its Amarnath Yatra, which began registration just recently on April 14th. But even that seems like an extreme possibility. And then there's Pakistan, as if it doesn't have enough problems of its own to deal with. And now this. The Defense Minister of Pakistan has issued a statement and stated that Pakistan has absolutely nothing to do with this incident. There is also a talk of the third party's involvement. Maybe somebody wants to entrap Modi Sarkar, cornering its political options and limiting the foreign policy choices. Push it further away from China by reigniting tensions with Pakistan. So did India do it to itself? The possibility is real. This could be India's another Israeli moment. A chance to replicate a model of occupation masked as security. There's more. A domestic agenda. India faces internal pressure and domestic challenges. A threat from outside can unify what's breaking inside. But then there's international angle. Blame Pakistan, push for sanctions, garner support for allies, sell the image of a responsible power fighting terrorism. But here's the truth. If the motive is to paint Pakistan as the villain, the question is not who pulled the trigger, it's who wrote the script.